metronomic running at the moment. Elise Cranny taking it out now with Halom in second. Tsegay there in third place, deep in concentration. Tsegay, a fabulously fast 1500 metre runner, remember, holds the world record for 1500 indoors with 3:53. That from a couple of years back. It is quick. Gaps appearing already with 3.5 laps done and a 67 points. Well, they come through with Elise Cranny still pace-making brilliantly here in this 5,000 metres. And I think we can say quite legitimately it is a world record. It's at 67.4, that one. Metronomic running. Halom in second place. Knows she's got a job to do. Back in third place is Tsegay. Then Chebet. What's Chebet? Don't discount her. The bronze medalist at the World Championships in Budapest. Took a silver medal here last year at the World Championships in Eugene. And won that 3,000 in Xiamen last week in a very quick 8:24. So she's in fine fettle as Cranny moves aside. Now Halom, as Steve rightly predicted, taking the lead. And they go through 2K in 5:37. They were looking for 5:36, but that is good enough. Almost spot on that split at 2K with Halom now. A critical job to do here in this middle section of the race. The longer she can go on and stay on quick schedule, with the big two now well separated from the rest. Remember, Tsegay there, the world 10,000 metre champion in second. Beatrice Chebet, one of the quickest in the world this year at 3,000 metres, back in third place. Halom taken through here to say 3K, 3.5K. That maybe will project them to something special in the last mile or so. 6 laps to go then in this women's 5,000 metres, and still Halom leads. They went through 2K in 5:37. That was a 2:49 after the 2:48 opener, but the lap times are coming out just perfectly. 67, 67, 67. The last 5 laps have been 67 and bits, and Halom here, Steve, doing a brilliant job just when it's needed.
It's just quick. As I said, Tim, I mean, she's an incredibly talented youngster, Halom, but is doing her best here. But because she's done this before for Tsegay, and you're 100% right, do not write off Chebet. She's a massive talent and is quick on the last lap, Chebet, as well. So Tsegay doesn't have that pace in her legs anymore and has got them going. Remember that great race with Kipyegon and let's bet Gidey in Paris. Are we going to be heading for something similar here? Tim, they need to be, as you said, 8:36, thereabouts. Sorry, a bit quicker than that, but if they aren't scheduled through, I was just going to pull out, but just wondering, I was going to say, if she could just get maybe another lap and a half, 2 laps, then it wouldn't really drop the pace, but sadly it looks as though she's done.
Well, that is just about perfect. Another 2:48 there, that third kilometre. 8:26 at 3,000 metres. Remember when Kipyegon ran the 14:05 world record in Paris back in early June? It was a very, very warm day, possibly too warm for perfect conditions. But these conditions are supreme here, and she'll never get a better opportunity in this Tsegay, although she has got a long way to go now. 4.5 laps to run through this second half of the race. Bouncing along though still, isn't she, Tsegay? Looking very, very relaxed. Now she has to make a decision here. Does she press on for the world record and maybe drag Chebet to victory and a world record, or does she go for the win? I hope it's the former. I hope here she really does push on with her strength and her aggression. We know she's fresh. She hasn't raced since Budapest when she looked tired in the 5,000 metres after her 10,000 metres gold. They come through here. Now watch this lap. They've been lapping in 67. If this one is significantly slower, then it just shows how athletes can switch off and ease back on the throttle when they get to, when the pacemaker drops out. 68.26, that one. That's the second slowest lap of the race.
Yeah, I was watching the lights. We can see them a little bit better. It was interesting. We were chatting to Ingebrigtsen yesterday, and he said, I couldn't really see the lights. You know, it's bright, it's sunny, but you can see the lights are just moving ahead of Tsegay now. And Chebet looks to me as though she's enjoying this. She's kind of staying with this pace, not comfortably. This is hard. This is just right around world record pace, but it's just slipping a little bit. And Tsegay, like you said, Tim, it must be thinking, I've got Chebet here. What am I going to do? The point, though, is that these two can lift. They can lift the pace in the last kilometre, and if the two of them are together, then we could still be in for something special here.
I just got the impression down the back straight there that Tsegay lengthened her stride a little bit. She's trying to stretch Chebet here. She knows that Chebet, the Kenyan, trailing her, who's got the perfect pacemaker through these latter stages, has got the big kick. Beatrice Chebet, just half a stride behind, hasn't had to do any leading yet. You can see Tsegay there, the grimace, with 3 laps to go as she comes through. She's working hard, there's no doubt about that, but this is where the questions are asked, and this is where you've got to dig deep. This is where you can build towards a world record, or you can let the opportunity slip away. Is she going to push hard again here on this lap as she approaches 4K at the top end of the back straight now? She knows, she will be well aware that Chebet is there, but she will sense the Kenyan there, even if she hasn't had sight of her.
I remember saying in Paris, Tim, that if Kipyegon was near 11.15, 11.16, she's got a chance. Well, look at that, 11.16. They're right on this. They've got a huge opportunity. Look at Tsegay. She's just seen that. She saw the clock stop at that time, and it's almost given her that little bit of impetus. She's going to come out with just 2 laps to go this time. And Chebet, for the first time, looks under real pressure here.
Well, she's got the reward for hard work for these last 3 or 4 laps as Tsegay, the world champion at 10,000 metres. We knew she was super fast, but we know too that she's got enormous strength, and she's playing to that at the moment. Testing Chebet here. From 3 laps out, she started accelerating, and she's winding it up, and she will get extra adrenaline. She'll get that drive, that surge of excitement, knowing she's broken the Kenyan and into the back straight. And the crowd here are loving it in Hayward Field. They've been kept abreast of the chance of a world record over the 12.5 laps in the glorious sunshine of this supreme venue. A lap and a half to run, still bouncing. Many coaches would say bounce is too much. A lot of vertical movement, but it matters not. She could be heading towards a world record. A lap and a half to go. She's got separation. It's going to be very, very close indeed. I don't think the 14-minute barrier is going to go, but is she going to get that world record? Remember, the figure she's looking for, 14:05.20.
Calling it early here, Tim. She's going to do it. I'm pretty sure. Crowd already on their feet. She is moving beautifully well. We'll be able to pick it up a little bit as well. You mentioned the 14 minutes. She's not going to be too far away from that, I don't think. She needs to run 65 for the last lap, and we could see a sub-14 minute. We are going to see a world record, though.
Well, barring disaster, she's on the way to a world record here. It's good enough, Tsegay. The world champion at 10,000 metres could be heading towards a 5,000 metres world record. She's broken the stubborn resistance of Kenya's Beatrice Chebet. Down the back straight now. I was going to say glorious isolation, but she's lapping athletes. The crowd loving it. They're on their feet here in Hayward Field. She's still grimacing. Chebet in the background can only admire this from afar as she heads into the final 200 metres. She has that superb speed endurance. Remember, she's the world record holder for 1,500 indoors. 150 to run. The crowd willing her on. Watch the clock. 14:05 she needs. 100 to run. And it's going to be mighty close to 14 minutes. Can we see not only the world record broken here, but a historic barrier as well? The clock is ticking. 55, 56. It's going to be oh so close. I think she's just going to miss 14. But she's